What is different about your product?
You got a story to tell. Something gonna connect to somebody else.
How to actually run a business versus having a vision for a business.
A lot of people come to me and they say they're scared to take that next leap.
Visual design is always going to be driven by the vision.
And I just was like, how do I do this?
What am I adding that they don't have?
Hey, brand builders, ready to take your brand to the next level? I'm Dana Ammons, and welcome to the Brand Blueprint.
Hi, everyone. I am Cataanda James, and I am an executive producer here on the Brand Blueprint. And I am also a beauty expert of many, many, many years. Today, we have Zandra from Brewed Haircare, and we are going to delve into the topic of creating your vision. How are you this morning, Zandra?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. God is good. God is great. Another day. So I'm happy. I guess I'm going to introduce myself slightly. But I'm Zandra. I'm the founder of Brewed Haircare. And I started my brand as a result of COVID-19 when everything shut down. And when it shut down, my brain didn't shut down. Let me just say that. So that's pretty much me. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm 30 years old, and I created Brewed Hair Care from me experiencing hair shedding and hair loss due to stress caused by having COVID-19, pretty much. So as a result of that, I pretty much talked to my dermatologist, asked what I could do. It wasn't lining up what I wanted to do because I wanted to do something natural. And I went in the lab after trying the green tea hair rinses, reversing my hair shedding, building my volume back up. And I'm like, I got a masterpiece right here. Let me make a whole collection on green tea. So that's exactly what I did. Yep.
Zandra, thank you so much for that very detailed answer and the introduction to yourself. You kind of went into the whole inspiration behind Brewed Hair Care, how you got to creating your first SKU from the collection. And I want to learn a little bit more about you, the person behind the brand. Okay. So we play this game where we're asking you questions just to get to know you a little bit better. And the first question is, what did you eat for breakfast today, or what's your favorite breakfast?
I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I say my favorite breakfast is chai. That's hard. Pancakes.
All right, next up. What do you spend the most time on outside of work?
Brewed Haircare. You said outside of work. Brewed Haircare.
Work is 24/7, huh?
I do Brewed Haircare and I also do digital marketing. So both of them is like my passions right now. Mm-hmm. And they both work hand in hand because if you know digital marketing, you can grow your business. So I love all things business. So anytime I'm outside of doing my regular job or whatever I have as a freelancer, I go and do Brewed Haircare and digital marketing.
So you are actually 100% 24/7, 365 caretaker for your mom. Can you just go into that a little bit more?
Yes, I can go into that a little bit more. So a few years ago, maybe like 3 years ago, I don't know the exact range because years have flown by since then. But I found out my mom had metastatic breast cancer, and that hit me like a ton of bricks, of course, because I was in a pivotal place of my life where I had just started my hair care brand, invested into my hair care brand. So you can imagine what that would do to you. So fast forward, I ended up moving back with my mom and pretty much doing anything she needs, like cooking, things like that. So I have to really juggle between managing my hair care brand, managing me having work, managing me self-caring, and doing all these things. So it became full circle that self-care was a holistic approach to Brewed Hair Care. So that's when I started to see those differences. So the caregiving and the Brewed Hair Care connect together in that way because of that. Yep.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that because I feel like some brand founders out there or aspiring brand founders, when you have your own business, actually creating a brand from the ground up, it's like 24/7 nonstop work. However, life still is
Still keep
life,
going. Yeah.
and life still goes on, and you have to learn to juggle those things. Now, moving on to the next question. Tell me, what do you like best, shea butter or coconut oil?
Shea butter or coconut oil?
Yeah.
Shea butter. I would say shea butter is better for absorbing in the hair, clogging the pores less. So I'm definitely going to go with shea butter for sure.
And I see that you're wearing this bright crimson red necklace.
I knew she was about to do this.
Yeah, what's going on with the necklace? Give us this backstory on the necklace.
The tea. I'm gonna give you the tea. So this necklace here is significant to Africa, to Nigeria, Igbo tribe. My husband is Igbo man, and his grandmother, she passed away. He took care of her before she passed away. He was very, very close to her, and he has the male version, which is thicker. And this one, they normally, when you see Igbo tribe of Africa, they wear it longer down, but this one is smaller, so it can be like more of a decorative piece, I guess you could say, so you can wear it every day. So I actually never take this off of my neck, and my husband never takes this off. So it's like kind of a king and queen type thing. So it's like royalty.
Yes, queen.
Yes, it's like royalty. So that's why I have it.
Yep. You are royalty. Well, speaking of Africa, the motherland,
yes.
The Igbo tribe, I know that just sourcing different ingredients and things like that from different parts of the world, and different parts of the world actually having different beauty rituals and things like that. Also, we can really source some exotic ingredients from the land of Africa and the countries within. So is that like something coming up the pike that, because you're over in Africa, over in Nigeria, in this Igbo tribe, you're trying to get some of their, share with us Americans some of their beauty rituals. Is that in the plan or probably not yet?
It's in the plan. It's in the plan. I can't drop too much tea, but what I can say is, you're going to see a lot of Zandra overtaking the world in a sense of like giving back to Africa. So my beauty products will be in Africa, and I will be sourcing ingredients from Africa because there's a lot of powerful things like soursop that's supposed to be good for cancer. Yes, soursop is amazing. I've tried it. It's one of the most amazing fruits you will ever taste in your life. And also coconut. Even though coconut oil I don't like, coconut itself, like the coconut water, is actually good. So not coconut oil in your product, coconut water. Y'all got me?
And I'm a true hip hop fan. So Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac. All the way.
Great. All the way. No doubt. I mean,
no doubt.
Hands down. Biggie too, but Tupac, hands down.
Yes, I like some songs from Biggie, but Tupac is like, the reason I connected Tupac, and people will see that over time, is I'm going to write books. I'm going to do more things than just hair care. And I'm going to be having multiple hands and multiple things. And I had someone that was in my natural hair care space tell me that they had a dream. The person they never met in person that I was cool with, but I wasn't friends with. They told me that they had a dream that Brewed Haircare will be in shelves and all in a store. So that means you already know what's coming. But I'll tell you and connect you to Tupac. That Tupac is a very poetic man. He was a very poetic. Extremely. And I have a lot of poetic creativity inside me as well. So that's why I resonate more with Tupac.
Yeah, his words, he's a wordsmith for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Poet. I mean, but don't get it wrong. He will hop in on the battle situation. And he hit him up and they never came back.
Yes, honestly, hit him up. Hit him up was the anthem of like, finish him. Like, that's what that is. Like, Mortal Kombat, it's like, finish him. Like, that's what it did. It did after
that's
that.
What it
did. There's no coming back after that. So
that's what it still does too.
Yes, exactly. He went a little too far, but we love it for music.
He went hard, right? He went really, really, really hard. Yes, that's hard. Why we love him. Getting to now the newer age, the newer school, some of these podcast friends of mine here, they call me and another member an old head, but it's okay. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But now we have Drake and Kendrick. So Drake or Kendrick? Okay. Which one?
Okay. Drake, for sure. Drake. Okay, so here's the thing with Drake. Drake is like, if I wasn't married, like when I was younger, I would have went after Drake. Because you know why? I seen Drake on Degrassi. Degrassi is a show that they did in Canada. Yes, and I remember in that show, I used to like him. Like, I had a little crush on him back then.
Even on the wheelchair you did?
Huh?
Even when in the wheelchair, he was in a wheelchair and
Yeah.
you could actually
I don't know,
yeah.
Cataanda. I'm one of a help. I'm like a helper. Like for some reason, like
Oh,
anybody that's like that doesn't phase me. Anybody like that doesn't phase me. It's like I feel like that's even more beautiful to be with somebody
yeah.
like if you can dug it out for that, hands off to you, because that's not easy job. That means you really love that person. So when I seen that
Yeah.
character for the trials and tribulations he overcame as that character, that made me connect to him as a person. So when he dropped music, I was like, whoa, like that made
It
me
was a
connect to him.
totally different side of
Yes,
him, right?
for
All
sure.
right,
And
so Team Drake.
I'm sure he's brewing that, but we'll see what the future has to hold.
Well, Team Drake, Tupac, that is you know, I was thinking you would go more toward the Kendrick side, but
Why?
I don't know. See, this is why we have this game, because I was like, yeah, she's definitely Kendrick.
She was wrong.
Team Kendrick.
I like them. That's because I love R&B. Like I'm a hip hop person, but I love R&B.
And Drake is a singer.
Yeah, so I gotta be on my love stuff. Like I gotta sing to my husband like a Drake song. Like my husband like Drake too. So baby,
Okay.
you're my everything. You all I ever wanted. You get you gotta be. You know, like I need some love.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
loving
get it.
person.
Yeah, he has some bops for sure. He has some
Yes,
bops.
yes.
Well, that is concludes our game of like getting to learn a lot more about you personally. Rapid fire questions. I feel like this is going to be a great conversation because a lot of who you are, I feel like, is the story surrounding your brand.
Yes.
Holistic approach, healing. You just spoke about taking care of someone and loved ones, and you just need love and all that kind of stuff. So give me more of, okay, outside of the inspiration of you having hair loss, hair shedding, was that the only reason why you were inspired to create this brand, or had you been thinking about creating a hair care brand? Because we know, well, I'm not sure if you disclosed, but you were a hair influencer prior to that, so you always had your hands in other brands. Were you planning to do this at some point, or did it kind of like spark the inspiration when you started finding, your hair down the drain in the shower?
I haven't even thought about this in a long time, Cataanda. Like you had to bring it out just now, but I had a conversation with someone in Canada that's in the natural hair space, and she's Fine Natural Hair Rocks. I want to give a shout out to her. And Fine Natural Hair Rocks on YouTube, you can find her. And pretty much we had a conversation before I started Brewed Haircare, and we both talked about how we want to potentially do a hair care brand. And we did fine natural hair content because I have fine natural hair. And I thought about doing it, but I was like, I wouldn't say serious, but I thought it was going to be a futuristic thing, like after like 5-10 years down the line, not like. And it's crazy because I went to the barbershop of my uncle because he have a barbershop, very successful barbershop. And I went in there and he told me one day, he said, have you ever thought about doing a hair care brand? So I was always kind of told this, and it's kind of crazy how things connect together with God, because I was getting these signs, but I wasn't able to know, like, God is telling you to do it right now. So when COVID happened and I was starting to lose my hair, I was like, this is the time. I'm in the house. I cashed out $20,000 in my retirement. I work hard. I said I'm investing into my business, invest into future business endeavors, and I'm gonna take a risk because I never liked business. So that made me reboot into that and be like, I love hair. I read a book on hair care, black hair care, and then I found something that can reverse hair shed and hair loss and reverse your aging of your scalp and your hair. Oh yeah, definitely. That adds up a perfect puzzle.
Yeah,
for me to launch this hair care brand.
That is the perfect like benefit, anti-aging situation.
Yes. Antioxidants, vitamins A, D, E. Yeah, it has a lot of good vitamins in there.
Yeah. All right. So how do you ensure that your brand stands out in this competitive hair market? How do you stand out amongst those other brands? Like, what do you do? Like, what's the significance of your brand? Is it your ingredient story? Is it the formulas itself? What do you do to stand out? And how have you actually taken a stand because you're like on some major retailer websites right now. Just tell us a little bit more about that and what you do to stand out.
Okay, so it's a lot. It's a lot to it, but I'm a very I'm natural. Notice that I'm a natural born business person,
Mhm.
and I had to discover that. But it's very easy to assess in a community of a lot of hair care brands what can make you stand out. And the
Mhm.
first things first is I knew when I created the green tea collection that nobody has ever created a green tea collection that's focused on that ingredient. So number one, I knew
Mhm.
that. And
Mhm.
that already on its own can make me dominate the industry of hair care.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I'm a step further, even more things added to that because my background is customer service. There's a lot of
Mhm.
brands that they just care about the money and not the actual customers. And I knew when I build a brand, I want to build a brand of integrity. And when people touch my products, they're gonna feel the love I put into my products. They're gonna know
Mhm.
that this started from me. This started from someone that had no prior business credit, funding, nothing like that. That's what
Mhm.
makes a person connect to your brand is your story.
Hey, Eloise, rewind that.
That's what makes a person connect to your brand is your story. And my
Mhm.
story is going to connect to so many people because I've been robbed at gunpoint. I've been in car accidents, 2 car accidents that were not my fault.
Mhm.
One was speeding, one was somebody hit me randomly at night.
Mhm.
I lost my baby girl, 5 months pregnant in December. So
Mhm.
me enduring all this, I can literally touch so many people with my story and my energy
Yeah.
of like trials, overcoming trials and tribulations. And I know that
Mhm.
God says, when you go through these trials and tribulations, best believe I'm going to bless you because
Yes.
that shows that
Tenfold.
you
You're
got
gonna
a
get
story. Yeah,
blessed
you got a story.
tenfold.
You got a
Yeah.
story to tell. Something gonna connect to
Yeah.
somebody else. Best believe He not giving you that as a mistake. He giving you that
Exactly.
to show that I need you to use your story to get to somebody else. So
Mhm.
me using my story to get Brewed Haircare was kind of like I showed my behind the scenes of me developing my brand and the behind the scenes of like some of my hurdles that I have in business. So like for example, I tried to formulate a shampoo and I did all this self-made. I talked to a chemist one time. That was all I needed. I literally
Mhm.
asked her a couple questions. She said, "Okay, bye. That's it." Like that's how
Mhm.
much I researched. So that
Yeah.
means that I already have the tools, but with shampoo, that was something that I couldn't overcome. I was like,
That's a
shampoo,
whole other.
it's more deep than this. Like, and the crazy thing
Yeah.
is, I had made a shampoo that had a good lather when it was on there. It had all kind of slip, but then when I rinsed it out, it has a
Your hair.
chalky feeling on it. Like, what?
It was a powdery
Yeah,
feel,
it's a
huh?
powdery film. I'm like, that's not it. Let me go to a third party. So that's the only thing third party is the
Yeah.
shampoo. But I do want to bring it back, just so you guys know. But
Yeah, bring it back because proper cleansing of your hair and scalp is
yes,
necessary. Yes.
yes. And my shampoo is amazing still. You know, it's a private label, whatever you want to call it. That's the only
Mhm.
product of mine that's private label. But
Mhm.
I do want to formulate things myself because that's expensive. This is for future business owners and things like that. And hair
Mhm.
care, private label can be expensive because of the shipping
Mhm.
prices, because of the weight
Mhm.
of the product. So the shampoo is heavy. So it costs me a lot to get it,
Right.
like
That's
way
true.
more. So unless somebody buy 10 bottles, it's not really good for my business, essentially. So I
Yeah.
have to bring
And
that back to me.
also the they a lot of times have a minimum that for
Yes,
purchase
yes,
order.
yes,
So you might have to order like 1,000 units from these private label
yes,
companies, and being a startup is not always possible.
yes. And it's ways to get around that. Like that's the one thing about me, like I mentioned in terms of when you are a CEO, everybody has their story and everybody has a different strength. So I had to tap into those strengths of like I'm good with customer service. I'm good with resourcefulness. I know
Mhm.
how to get resources that other people don't know how to get. So I know I can buy products like a shampoo private label and I know
Mhm.
how to get it in a cheaper price where I don't have to pay a minimum. But some other people
Right.
may not know how to do that. And
Yeah.
that's what it's about of like you have to see who's adding value to you in more ways than just a product. Who is
Mhm.
adding more value to you in education? Like when I
Mhm.
talk to you in terms of beauty expertise,
Mhm.
I have to be able to give some type of value to my customers in email marketing to know
Mhm.
that, okay, you got a good product. Like, okay, I see these reviews, but what are you
Mhm.
adding value to me? So that's what I had to
Mhm.
think about when I created Brew Haircare. What am I adding that they don't have?
Wow, that was a really important point. Can we hear that again?
What am I adding that they don't have? Because We already got Mayel. We already got Mish Beauty killing it. That's a beast. We already got so many great brands. And then we got Rihanna on top of it. Rihanna hair.
Rihanna just entered the chat, the hair care chat, the celebrity hair care chat.
My motivation in life is to overcome two people in a competitive but friendly spirit. And that's Rihanna. And guess who else it is? You probably will never guess because she's not even as big as some other people. It is Monique Rodriguez from Mayel.
Mayel, yeah.
Them are the two people that I see as like my mentors, or like people that I see do what I want to do, but I'm gonna do it even more.
Well, you could even see it. Monique it's obvious. She's bold for Jesus.
Yes.
Her and her husband. So that's pretty much, like you said in the beginning, God is good all day.
Yes.
That's like her backbone. That's her rock. And she's standing on that solid rock.
Yes.
I was going to be wearing my own pink today, but
yes, you are.
Little my own pink here showed up, but yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yes.
Speaking of, you got into the research that you needed to do prior to creating this brand, and that takes us. Some people may not see it as like a part of building a brand, but it's part of market research. So you can build a brand without doing your research. You know, if you're big and bad and you just know people are going to go out there and buy whatever it is you're selling. But market research is very important. And there's so many different facets of market research and so many different ways that you could do it. But being like a one-woman show, how did you, outside of needing to learn about what was out there, needing to fill a white space or wanting to fill a white space and to bring solutions, how did you start your market research project?
It was a lot of things for me. Like, number one, I went to Google. Of course, I went to Google and I type in products with green tea. Products with green tea. I seen nothing. I seen nothing. So, like, some brands have green tea as their ingredient list in their ingredients, but it's buried all the way down, and they don't really put it as a superstar ingredient. So I knew this and I seen this, and I was like, aha. Then I'm scrolling further and I Google green tea hair rinse. I remember this vividly. I'm Googling green tea hair rinse and I come across a rinse, but it's not a green tea hair rinse. So I'm like, okay. We got this. I'm like, yeah, you like that, the evil laugh.
Like, something, right?
Like that's what I'm like, yes.
Or
you ain't got it.
Birdman
like this. Like you already know. Or the CBJ. Like either way, you know that it's about to be something. So I knew, like, okay, we missing something. We may got something. So I'm gonna go forward with this full force, and at the very least, I'm gonna be able to create something on my own and build it and grow it and flourish it and plant it to where people gonna know who I am. Yes. Because I was tired of being in silence. I've been in silence my whole life. Like I'm under the radar because I'm a calm person. I'm a chill person. But I said they gonna know who Zandra is now.
Yeah.
Yo, Eloise, run that back again. We got to definitely hear that one more time.
But I said they gonna know who Zandra is now.
Yeah.
They gonna know who Zandra is. Oh yeah, best believe.
Yeah. They know Zandra.
Yes, they gonna know. They gonna know.
If you don't know, now you know. That's
now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
That's a little biggie. Wow, that's awesome. So Google is was your best friend with the market research, the start of the market research.
Yep. Yeah. Google and YouTube.
Tell me, so Google, we know Google, and now AI is like pretty much taking over.
Yeah.
In some senses. Do you think if AI was around at the time, that's a good this or that question or a good rapid fire question. Google or AI? I know Google actually has AI integrated now, but Google or AI? Like, do you think you would have tapped into AI, or do you use AI now?
I definitely
in any way.
I would have definitely tapped into AI. Like, honestly speaking, some stuff that I like, me even coming up with my names, I came up with all my names myself. Do you know how creative you got to be to come up with fully charged green tea hair rinse?
Yeah. No, listen, they have whole rooms of creatives, and they isolate them in the room, and that's how they come up with names and stuff like that.
Yes,
it's a whole process.
And I did it quickly. Because God was going through me, and I'm a creative person anyway. So as I get older, I get more creative. So I'm like, oh, this flowing through me, like it recharge your follicles, like okay, fully charged. This green tea scalp spray stimulating your scalp, reducing your itchy scalp, stimulating green tea scalp spray. You see, like it was all flowing so well that that's how I know it was from God, because it was flowing so well that I didn't have to do no research. I didn't have to use AI, nothing. But now, I'm definitely using AI for my digital marketing, for my email marketing, for anything, building a contract. I'm using it for every dang thing I can use it for. Because I love AI. I love AI. Give me AI. Give me all the AI. Because I want something that's efficient and productive. I don't want to spend time is money. Time is money at the end of the day. So if I can save my time, whew, you know I'm gonna maximize. So that's what that's AI is the best. AI over Google for sure. Like sorry Google, but not sorry.
But sorry, they're not sponsoring. I mean, if they want to sponsor,
they can still sponsor.
Big ups to Google,
but Google Maps. I mean, the Google Maps is good. Google Gmail, I did my ambassador stuff on, like Google Chat and stuff. So you still can sponsor me.
So speaking of just how everything is sort of like you were inspired by your situation and your unfortunate experience with hair loss in 2020. But also you were mainly inspired by God to create this. Like all the signs are lining up and pointing the finger, like God was telling you, you need to do this. Sometimes, and I'm not going to take anybody to church, but sometimes people feel like if something is inspired by God, or God told you to do something, or God blesses you with something, that you won't face any challenges. Can you speak to like some of the challenges that you faced in creating like your brand vision and mission?
Say that one more time again so I can make sure
So what are some of the challenges you face when creating your brand vision and your brand mission? Or did you not face any challenges?
I didn't face any challenges. That's why I was like, challenges what?
Well, so she on the main line with God.
I didn't face no challenges in terms of what I want I know literally, Cataanda, I literally have ideas of the premium containers I want to use that's going to give the full essence of the luxury. I know literally what my next collection is going to be. I know certain commercial ideas for what commercials I want to put. Like it's literally so many things.
Like ad campaigns.
I have it written down. Like what I want the vision. I'm gonna be a creative director. I gotta be the creative director of my own stuff because I know what I want. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna pair with someone, but I know what I want. I'm a visionary. So when you're a visionary, everything aligns and you don't really struggle with a vision.
Do you find that sometimes you have challenges like delegating some of these other tasks out to other people, or like hiring in other people on your team because you are the visionary, you are the founder, you are the creator, the developer, you are all the things, like, because it gets hectic sometimes and you feel like you wish you had someone there to help, but do you fully trust someone to actually grasp your vision and then being able to bring it to fruition with you? Like, do you I know some founders do.
Yes, I definitely do. Like, I'm not that controlling to where like I can't see value in somebody. Like, for example, one of my ambassadors, Ariel, shouting her out, Naturally Airy, if you search her on Instagram, she is an amazing creator. And I work with her in Brewed Haircare, and that's why it's important to have relationships and networking and make a good first impression and treat people well, because she remembered me. And anytime I need her with Brewed Haircare, she's there. She want to do an ambassadorship now, send her my full products for her to make, content for me.
Yeah.
And I basically seen her talents very easily. Like when I say very easily, I was like, this girl knows what I want in my brand. Like she literally knows what I want. So that's somebody that I will hire first. It's somebody that matches my energy of what I want to go for my brand. And I seen that in her. So I definitely feel like it's not going to be a hard thing for me to delegate when the time comes, because I know who to go to. And most people I'm going to go to is my brand ambassadors, the first considerations. And then after that, I go to everybody else. but I'm going to be looking for someone that matches who I am as a person, my morals, the goal of what I have for Brewed Haircare, which is pretty much to give natural, toxic-free, chemical-free products to people to give them a luxurious wash day experience without sacrificing their hair, health of their hair. And that's what I wanted to do. So I decided to make it a holistic brand of like self-care, only because I lost my hair because of self-care. I fell into anxiety phase of my life after I experienced health symptoms of being dizzy for 10 months. I prayed to God. I got closer to God. It was a spiritual attack. And then I got back on it. And now I'm growing my hair again because my hair is my crown. So my hair was long. My hair was all the way down here. But I brought it back.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Very profound.
You said wow.
Very profound. And I love that. So speaking of having like, sharing your vision and meeting others that could possibly jump on board your team with the same vision, and you being able, and knowing that you trusting them to complete the task that you actually delegate to them. I want to bring up something that, especially in founders and independent brands, they don't necessarily, even big brands, like even the big giants sometimes, the education behind the brand, the education behind the ingredient story, the education behind the key benefits, the application is sometimes an afterthought. And with your brand story, your brand vision, this is how yours started, like with education.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you have any advice for any aspiring brands out there, or people that actually have brands that may need to amp up their education? Do you have any advice for them on how to do that without, sometimes it requires an additional budget within marketing. Do you have any ideas or any suggestions as to how they could actually do that, utilizing some of the tools that you did, or just anything that you're an educator in your 9-to-5 former life?
Yes,
we didn't
exactly.
talk much about that, but I think that has a lot to do with it. You being in education. So just speak a little bit more about that and share, because I think people need to hear that.
Okay, so you're pretty much asking, like, if I had to give people what to do in terms of getting that education part of it and knowing what to do in terms of what ingredients they want to have and all that stuff.
Well, as far as like the consumer, you educate your consumers. I see you on social media, hopping on, you're explaining what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it. You actually go on and explain when you're batching too, like why you're mixing certain things up. Just the question of how can you put the focus on education, because education is a big part of what consumers need in order to get amazing results or best results from your product or utilizing your product.
I would say just to fall in love with your products. Fall in love with your products, know what value it has, because when you fall in love with your products, you're going to naturally want to show it off.
Wow, that was a really important point. Can we hear that again?
Fall in love with your products. Fall in love with your products, know what value it has, because when you fall in love with your products, you're going to naturally want to show it off. You're going to want to show it off everywhere. So you're going to want to tell them how you do it, and you're going to tell them what benefits it has, and you're going to show them before and after. And I think for me, the precursor, if I was to tell anyone, if they had like a plan to launch a hair care brand maybe 5 to 10 years from now, is to start off with content creation of natural hair content. If it's a hair care brand specifically, or if you're getting into beauty products like cosmetics, you want to definitely start a channel where you're doing that, because that's going to give you practice into applying these products and looking camera ready, and also knowing how to be relaxed, of like not worried about what people are going to say. I don't worry about what people are going to say. If my hair look crazy, I don't care, because I know my hair going to look better after that. So that's what I show behind the scenes. Like I just showed on my stories me doing my hair, shampooing my hair, applying my hair mask and stuff. and that lets people know that I'm taking care of myself. So I can't promote a brand if I'm not taking care of my hair, if I'm not taking care of my body, if I'm not taking care of my spirit, my soul, my mental. So you have to really get in that frame of mind of your customer. You have to literally grab your customer in a digital space and plop it into yourself and use it as if you're the customer from that view. And when you do that, that's going to enable you to create the best education for that customer and the best behind the scenes, because I'm very popular in behind the scenes. People love my behind the scenes because I go into detail what I'm doing, and I'm not even all the way there in terms of having the aesthetic that I want in my background, having the camera quality I want, producers, photo shoots, all that stuff. I don't even have that yet, but I somehow make it work, because I could make all these excuses of I don't have the background, I don't have this, but just show up and show for your customers, and they will thank you for giving them that education. So that will yield to more loyalty, and that will yield to less returns, because they'll see that you actually care.
Yeah, that's a good point of view. Especially the return situation.
Yes.
Because I watched you on social media, and I'm like, man, this girl is really taking everybody through her wash day. Whereas most people, or a lot of people, they are dreadful of wash day, which is why we are in this space, because you should enjoy it. Like for me, wash day is like, it's self-care for one, but for two, like once the water hits my hair and my scalp, like you just feel brand new. It's so refreshing. And so today your curls are popping. Did you do wash day last night? Did you do it this morning?
I did it like I think 2 days ago. I did it 2 days ago. I use my regular stylers that I like, which is Mael pomegranate and honey leave-in conditioner, Shea Moisture curl enhancing smoothie. That combo is like superb chef kiss for my hair. Until I create my own stylers, which will be coming. Hint, hint. So it's gonna be, until I get that, I'm gonna be using these, and even if after that, I'm still gonna support my Black-owned businesses. So it's not a dim in my life for me to let them shine. So I did.
Your curls are shining.
I did a twist out right now. This is a twist out. So I like separated it once, and then I left it for like a day and a half, and then I separated again just now before the interview, this interview, and that's what gave me this. I pop it out a little. I don't brush it out, so you only like put your comb at the roots and then kind of put it upwards to add volume. I'm all about volume. You'll see it as my hair grow more like it used to, but I love volume. Like I'm the volume queen. Like I love to have volume. Like any volume, people like I hate frizz. I'm like, give me the frizz. I don't like. I like day 3 hair wash and go. I like day 4. Like I like that because it gives me volume.
Embrace the frizz.
Yes.
Embrace the personality of your curls.
Yes.
Sometimes we focus too much on all of the definition and having every curl in place. And no, your curls should just be free to be.
Free. Be you. Be what God wants you to be.
Oh my God. So on that note, like that's the perfect closeout of this interview. Be you, be free, and be what God wants you to be. Yep. I mean, that's a bar. We take it back to hip hop. This is definitely a bar.
I got bars. I don't know.
You got bars.
You should have asked me to do a freestyle. You should have asked me to do a freestyle about hair. And
wait a minute. Wait, hold up now, because we are all for the creativity here. We probably need that. We definitely need. I don't know. Even if you just give us 16 bars, 8 bars. I mean, it doesn't need to be a whole song.
Okay, let me see. Let me get a quick one. Let me see. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Let me think.
It's a freestyle moment.
I do the B first.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Zandra. I created Brewed Haircare. I created in 2021. You can believe that. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to bring high quality hair care. I'm going to get you this good hair care. You believe that green tea is your treasure. You're going to have this pleasure. You're going to get self-care every day. And you best believe that God going to be making the way. So
oh my God, Zandra. We have way too much fun.
Honestly speaking.
That was great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. So, perfect segue into one of our favorite games here is brand or band. Okay, and again, this is sort of like a rapid fire thing. I'm just going to throw out some names, and you tell me, is it a brand or is it a band?
Okay.
All right. All right, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. FUBU.
Brand.
Yes. Def Jam.
Band.
Yes. Going back. Hot Boys.
Band.
The Diplomats.
Band. I love that. I love the band. Come on now.
And Shady.
Band.
Yes. Oh my God, you knew them all.
Yes. Like what?
Shady. I thought Shady
I got
was
my
going to
black
throw
card.
you off.
I got my black card.
You know me, Team Michigan, home team. I was like,
Yes.
I got to throw Shady in there.
Yes, I got my black card though. I keep my black card because I know.
Are you keeping your black card and
Yeah.
you keeping your hip hop card? Because when I
For
said
sure.
Hot Boys, you know, I was ready to take it initially.
Yes, yes.
You got them all right. Yeah.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go for the black ones.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for doing that. Super fun. And I think it's a wrap. Thank you so much, Zandra, for coming on today. Speaking
You're
about
welcome.
your amazing brand, Brewed Haircare. Thank you for sharing so much with us about your personal life, your story, your inspiration, how you got started, and your brand vision. We cannot thank you enough. We wish you much success. And in that, let everyone know where they can find you. They can find you as the founder, where they can find your products, and your social media, your website, all of that good stuff. Anywhere that you are, because we want to, encourage people to get their hands in the Brewed Haircare.
Okay, so pretty much you can find me on Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all platforms, TikTok. Brewed Haircare at Brewed Haircare. But the only difference is my one TikTok, something happened with that account. So brewed.hair.care, they're both me if you ever see the photo on there. But brewed.hair.care on TikTok. But everything else is Brewed Haircare, all one word.
Okay.
And also you can find me on beautybridge.com if you search Brewed Haircare. And yeah, that's how you can find me. Oh, I'm on Etsy too. If you ever see Etsy, it's not a fake account, it's me. And then also if you're a salon or anybody that want to feature my products in your shop, you can go to my website and it will plug you into how to get started of setting that up for you to have it in your stores, because you're going to want it in your stores. Trust me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Everywhere Brewed Haircare on TikTok, brewed.haircare. Is that how it is on TikTok?
No, it's brewed.hair.care on TikTok.
Brewed.hair.care on TikTok.
Yes,
but
on
everywhere
TikTok.
else, Brewed
Yep,
Haircare.
and everywhere else, Brewed Haircare. Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Is there anything else? I mean, you left us with the perfect ending, but is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers before you rock out, or no?
Yeah, of course. It's always something I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm going to say that I read a word on trials and tribulations, and the Black community is facing a lot of trials and tribulations, and we need to bring the power back to us and connect to our ancestors in Africa. And when you connect to your ancestors in Africa, you're going to see how we're going to level up, and we're going to be a powerhouse, and we need each other to get there. We need community, and we need God. Yes. Thank you for having me on this panel. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
God bless you guys. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on the Brand Blueprint journey. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms to stay updated. Watch the full episodes on our YouTube channel for an in-depth experience. Don't forget to subscribe to our website at thebrandblueprint.biz for exclusive content and materials. We're everywhere you need us to be.